Good morning, everyone, respected sir, and all my dear fellow classmates. Myself, Akash Singh Solanki, with my group members, and we are here to present the case that is Satyam scandal. The points which we are going to discuss are introduction about fraud, reasons for the fraud, aftermath of fraud, victims, measures taken by the government, case analysis, recommendations, and the conclusion. Now, Shubham will start with the introduction of the case. Over to you, Shubham.
Thank you, Akash. Good, uh, good afternoon, sir. I am Shubham Srivastav. I talk about introduction of Satyam scam. The Satyam company was founded in 1987 in Hyderabad. Mr. Rama Raju Linga Raju, chairman and the founder of Satyam company, hence fourth called Raju. Satyam company for the largest company on IT sector. Company main aim is IT and business services provided. Satyam win numerical award for innovation and corporate accountability. In 2007 and 2007, Ernest and a young awarded Mr. Raju the Entrepreneur of the Year award. In 2008, Satyam been awarded from Consult for being a leader in India. In September 2008, the World Council for Corporate and Governance award Satyam with the Global Peacock Award. The firm began and 20 employees grow rapidly as a global business and Satyam IT services business included 1,000 sorry 13,120 technical associated servicing over 300 customers worldwide. The worldwide nearly 400 dollar billion with an annual compound growth rate is 6.4 and Satyam Computer Services was a rising star IT services industry. Less than five months after winning the Global Peacock Award, Satyam became the missing accounting fraud. The case of Satyam fraud has been tributed in Indian Enron. Satyam Computer has become embroiled in the nation's biggest corporate scam. In 2009, the chairman of Satyam Computer has resigned on the Satyam board and after admitting to corporate fraud. Thank you. I take over the charge. Nida.
Thank you, Shubham. The case of Satyam's accounting fraud has been dubbed as India's Enron. It was among one of the biggest corporate scam of India. The scam started in 1999 and continued till December 2008. Now, what was the scam? The Satyam scandal was a rupees 7,800 crore corporate scandal in which Chairman Ramalinga Raju confessed that the company's accounts had been falsified. The fraud took place to divert company funds into real estate investment, keep high earnings per share, raise executive compensation, and make huge profits by selling a stake at inflated price. Marginal gap between actual operating profit and the one reflected in the books of accounts continued to grow over the years. The gap reached unmanageable proportions, and when every attempt to fulfill the gap failed, then on 7 January 2009, Raju confessed that he had been manipulating the company's accounting numbers for years. He misrepresented various figures like overstated assets on balance sheet, underreported liabilities, overstated income, created 6,000 fake salary accounts, and created fake customer identities and generated fake invoices against their names to inflate revenues. Next slide, please. Here, a graph is given which shows the promoter shareholding pattern in Satyam from 2001 to 2008. In March 2001, The promoter's shareholding was 25%, but till December 2008, it has fallen to 2.18%. Next slide. Here a fabricated balance sheet balance sheet and income statement of Satyam is given. He faked the figures to the extent of rupees 5,040 crore of non-existent cash and bank balances, accrued interest of rupees 376 crore, which was non-existent, understated liability of rupees 1,230 crore, overstated debtors position of rupees 490 crore, reported revenue of rupees 2,700 crore, and an operating margin of rupees 649 crore, while the actual revenue was rupees 2,112 crore and the actual margin was rupees 61 crore. Now Shivani will explain further.
Thank you, Anida. Next slide, please. Akash. Akash. Slide change, please. Okay, here I'm going to talk about the reasons for fraud. The Satyam scandal was evidently the case of unethical practices. There are various factors which have contributed in the form fraud. Some of are here. The basic facts such as operating profits, revenues, interest, and cash balances had been inflated beyond actual levels to show the company in good light. The company misrepresented its account by creating fake invoices and bills. The credit rating agencies based their ratings of Satyams on the falsified documents and never did any due diligence in the assessment. Board of directors were negligent of their responsibilities. Bank also did not raise any doubts while sanctioning loans. Satyam has grossly violated all rules of corporate governance. The issue arises because of non-fulfillment of obligations of the company towards various stakeholders. It has failed to distinguish the roles of the CEO and chairman, appointment of directors and executives, protection of shareholders' rights and their executives. The auditor's role is in contribution to fraud is considered major. The PricewaterhouseCoopers auditor audited Satyam's books for 9 years. It appeared that the auditors did not independently verify with the banks in which Satyam claimed to have deposits. The auditors compromised on auditing standards and failed in discharging their duties. Lack of transparency, deceptive reporting practices, weak independent director, and audit committees are some other reasons for fraud. Now, Manoj is going to explain further. Thank you.
Thank you, Shivani. I'm going to discuss about the Satyam Computers and the people affected after the scam was opened. As the Satyam Computer scam was one of the biggest scam of India, the most affected company was Satyam Computer itself. After the scam opened, all the achievements and the awards were stripped down, and the reputation of Satyam was ruined. And it was seen that more than 70% of the share value was decreased. That was from rupees 544 to rupees 11.5. And it was seen that the license to operate for the Satyam computers were also revoked, as it will not be longer to operate in IT field services. And to stabilize the Satyam situation, the government appointed a new board of directors, which will oversee the Satyam scam. And the board of directors goal was to sell the company within 100-day time frame. And for that, they appointed two investment banking sector companies called Goldman Sachs and Avendus Capital. And for that, the SEBI auctioned the company with the help of, which was overseen by the retired Supreme Judge, Justice Baruja, and many different IT field companies took part in the bidding. But the winning bidder was Tech Mahindra, and because of the Satyam scam, many other companies were also affected, like a PwC firm, which was the major factor for the Satyam scam. It was seen that all the companies associated with the PwC firm had their fell from 15 to 5%, and many other people and victims were present, which will be further explained by Priyanka.
Thank you, Manoj. There are some victims of Satyam scandal. First is the employees. The non-payment of salary, layoff, non-payment of salary, project cancellation, layoff standard in many like morally, financially, socially, and in this employees were shown with a inflated figure. Second is clients. The clients expressed a truth and reviewed their contract in a several global clients like Telecentra and the World Bank contract. World Bank cancelled their contract with a Satyam project because they project continuity and the confidentially and the lost overviews. Banker shareholder, the shareholder lost their valuable investment, and there was a doubt about the revival of India, and shareholder expect the transparent dealing with a organization. Now banker were concerned about the recovery of the financial and non-financial exposure and recalled the facilities. Indian government stressed about the stress over its picture in nation and IT sector influencing the confidence to put or to work work together in the nation. The tax evasion was falsely shown. The tax paid in the foreign countries and get a commission from the government. Change. There are some measures which are taken by the government. There are the four measures which are mainly taken by the government. First is committees. The National Association of the Software and Service Companies also is specialist corporate governance and ethics committees. This committee suggested the reform relating to audit committees and shareholders' right and some policies. Now, second is SEBI's, the Securities and Exchange Board of India. In April 2014, the SEBI amended the listing agreement to include a provision relating to the establishment of the visual mechanism. And in 2015, the SEBI transformed the SEBI's regulation in 2015, which is applicable for all the state companies. Now, Company Act 2013. The Company Act 1956 come to replace with a new Company Act 2013 Act. This act provides for a corporate fraud as a criminal offense. It set out a clear obligation for the reporting of instance of a fraud on auditors or the cost accountants and the company is secretaries. Serious Fraud Investigation Office. The Serious Fraud Investigation Office under the new act has a statutory status and has recently been confirmed with a power or to arrest. The Serious Fraud Investigation Office has been actively investigating the case related to the corporate fraud. Now, further will explain by the Deepesh.
Thank you, Priyanka. Let's now turn on to case analysis. Ramalinga Raju hired his true financial position to ensure his business runs smoothly and to take over the Arid Bay. He wanted to acquire more funds and build an estate for which he extract those funds in other areas like land holding, estimated around 7 crores, and held areas like and held in Mathias firm. He did the same with many companies in Benami or on his own name. Some of the senior allowed certain employees to fake bills of the companies which portrayed the wrong scenario. These invoices were externed into the company's system and it was found around 5 crores worth to them were fake. The incorrect invoices were found as cash receipts and hence there were false statements. Last, the Excel portal was used for hiding the fake invoices. Satyam project repository was used to create project IDs, project bill management system for generating bills, operational real-time management for creating and managing fake receipts, invoices management system for creating fake invoices, All of these were apps used for the fraud. Next slide, please. Recommendation. It is proposed that corporation must uplift the moral, ethical, and social values of its executives. There needs to be living values with companies executives that will serve as a signal in the best and worst condition. Board members need to feel the importance of responsibility entrusted with them. They need to be bold and watchful in protecting the interests by owners. There was a lack of proper and timely information in Satyam's case. Board members need to be careful with regards to the communication of information within the firm as well as towards the owners. Shareholders and institutional investors can also serve an effective means for boards and accountability. And yes, CG framework needs to be implemented in letters as well as spirit. Over to you, Akash.
Thank you, Dipesh. So now coming to the conclusion, the fraud committed by the founder of Satyam is a proof to the fact that the science of conduct is influenced by human greed, ambition, and hunger for power, money, fame, and glory. The culture at Satyam, especially dominated by the board, symbolized an unethical culture. Just like the case of Enron, which sank due to the agency problem, the Satyam was brought to its knee due to the tunneling effect. All kind of frauds have proven that there is a need of a good conduct based on strong ethics. Nextly, the scam of Satyam brought to the light of the role of CG, that is corporate governance, in shaping the protocols relating related to the working of audit committee and the duties of the members. The Indian government took various actions to protect the interests of Satyam investors, safeguard the credibility of India, and the nation's image across the world. Moreover, Satyam fraud has forced the government to rewrite the CG rules and tighten the norms for auditors and the accountants. The Indian affiliate of PwC routine failed to follow the most basic audit procedure. As a result, a new standard, that is SA 240, which stands for Standards of Auditing, which deals with the auditor's responsibility towards fraud in the financial statement audits. It explains how the material misstatements in the financial due to fraud can be identified, assessed, and appropriate procedures to detect can be implemented. Nextly, Satyam Company has violated the fully disclosure principle, which states that the business has to report all the necessary information about their financial statements and other related information to the shareholders, creditors, investors, etc. According to the GAP, that is generally accepted accounting principle, the fully disclosure principle the ensure that the readers and the users of business financial information are not misled by any lack of information. The Satyam fraud finally come had to end, and the implications were having far-reaching consequences, with all the people involved in the multi-crore fraud found guilty of cheating, forgery, destruction of evidence, criminal breach of trust by a special Central Bureau of Investigation court in Hyderabad. The case has reached its logical conclusion. This includes the founder and the chairman of the company, B. Ramalinga Raju. The court pronounced a 7-year jail term for the founder and imposed a 5 crore fine to on Raju. This decision came more than 6 years after the scam first came into light in 2009. With the right changes, India can minimize the rate and size of accounting fraud in the Indian capital market. In the last, I would like to say that there has been no scam that affect the CA and the audit firms like the Satyam case. The increasing nature of this type of scams had made dependence on such professionals much more crucial, highlighting the importance of ethics and the corporate governance. White collar crimes like this do not only make the company look bad, but also the industry and the country. So, thank you. This is all from our side.